Live and direct from the depths of the Twit Cave with more Marvel heroes on this Marvel morning. Let's get started. Now, when we last left off, we had just finished up Chapter 1 with old Peter Quill here. No. Get rid of. Da-da. Da-da. And we'd also done a quick Taskmaster terminal. We're going to be jumping into Chapter 2. And, of course, it's Wednesday, so that means it's New Comic Day. Pretty excited about this week's offerings. Just like last week, I'm going to be going down the list, discussing the creative teams and how I feel about it, and all that good stuff. So, starting out with the DC Comics, we've got Action Comics number 978, written by Dan Jurgens and art by Ian Churchill. I've really been digging both of the Superman books running currently. The art has been great, the storytelling has been great. I'm really looking forward to seeing where they're going to go now that they've merged the two Supermen officially and have done all the backstory wackiness. Damn, I'm getting my ass kicked. I should probably pay more attention to the game and less attention to what I'm saying. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Die. Kaboom! Alright, that's taken care of. So yeah, Action Comics 978. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait to pop it open and actually read it. Probably going to be happening here this afternoon. Hey, Wolverine. Come on.
I love the sound of a villain hitting the ground.
My damage is still really low.
Where have you been all my life?
Next up, Batman Beyond number 7, also written by Dan Jurgens with art by Bernard Chang. Batman Beyond has grown on me. I wasn't sure I was going to keep reading it even a few issues back, but ever since the end of the first arc, I've really sort of fallen in love. Shock and awe, baby. I'm still getting my ass kicked. There's a health orb, I needed that. Art's great. It's got a really unique style, not seen before. And the story going into this week's issue has been really intriguing. So we're going to see where this goes. And last but not least, or in some cases least, this week is Wonder Woman number 21 by Greg Rucka and Liam Sharp. Those of you that know me know I've had problems with this current run of Wonder Woman. They're doing this thing where they're telling two different stories on alternating weeks, and it is really, really hard to follow. They've got one story which is taking place in the past, recounting Wonder Woman's origins and talking about her coming to man's world and all that good stuff. And we've got another one. Where's Star-Lord? Star-Lord. I'm going to switch to his other costume. Fit better in with Gamora.
Use those cards in one of my bars, and the guys will rip your arms off.
And then there's another storyline which is taking place in the present day, quote unquote, which is following this group called the God's Watch, which is a group trying to destroy the Greek gods. Kind of. It's complicated. Damn, I want what she's having. Hey, I got a supply box. Pop that bad boy open, see what I get. Lame. 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 Durability. I can't believe it. Nothing but durability. Nothing but lame. Nothing but nothing.
Just give me to the cops already.
Maybe I'll have better luck in the treasure room down here.
I'm taking way too much damage.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to concentrate on the game and talk about comics at the same time. Kind of a story of my life here. Alright. Get rid of this guy and head into the treasure room. So yeah, Wonder Woman, I don't know if I'm going to be keeping up with it much longer. Why do my guns keep changing to those weird submachine guns? Oh, because of my costume. Because those are the... Got it. Well, at least that icon is consistent now.
Just try and run.
This guy's got a lot of health. Grab that experience orb. Hit him with a fire blast. Reload. I should be using my Milano powers more often. They seem to do more damage than my than any of my gun powers. So anyway, going over to Marvel. We've got Black Panther number 13 by Ta-Nehisi Coates and Brian Stelfreeze. This is the start of a new arc for Black Panther. I really dug the old one. It really, like, just kicked a whole lot of ass. Oh, yes, please. I'm not going to answer that. They've done a really good job of updating Black Panther and making him feel relevant. I'm a huge fan of Ta-Nehisi Coates' writing, and the art has been stellar. We're going to see from this point forward, I think, we're going to see more of it be a team book. There is also a Doctor Strange team book. Called Doctor Strange Black Panther and the Crew. Which I have not been reading, but I've been thinking about picking up. We're just going to have to see how that goes.
Destruction of property. Not the worst crime I've committed.
Not gonna go fight Rhino. I'm too squishy. Well, that was a waste.
Too much.
So yeah, Black Panther, gonna be a good
Wow,
read this
power
week,
boost
I
with
think.
No strings attached?
Level
Okay.
53. I'm leveling way too fast. I say that every time.
Don't we have some enemies to fight?
Well, that's not what I wanted it to do. Next up is Hulk number 50 by Mariko Tamaki and Nico Leon. This one has been frustrating. Big fan of She-Hulk. Not a huge fan of the direction they're taking the character, where they're turning her into the big rage beast of the Marvel Universe. But, that being said, we haven't seen the big rage beast of the Marvel Universe. Yeah, spoilers. She has not, she has not changed once in 5 issues. She's done some Hulk-ish things, like broken stuff, or smashed, I think she smashed her tablet by squeezing it, something like that. But she hasn't changed, so we haven't even seen the Hulk yet, even though the Hulk has been on the cover of every single issue. So I'm starting to lose patience with this series. Basically, I want my old She-Hulk back. I know that's like the most grognardy thing to say, and I should want progressiveness in comics. I should want characters to change and evolve, but She-Hulk is special.
Focus, Peter. Are we supposed to smash everything in sight?
After that, The Mighty Captain Marvel number 4 by Margaret Stoll and Ramon Rosanas. I'm liking this comic. This is kind of a departure from the last Captain Marvel series. They're doing more of dealing with Captain Marvel's fame, how she's got her own TV series and how that's not going too well. Kind of shades of what everyone's afraid of with the movie. And intertwined with that is Captain Marvel being an awesome, kick-ass space boss. Dealing with some Kree stuff right now. I'm always a fan of the Kree. I think they're one of the most underutilized of the major Marvel space races. Like, they always bring up the Skrulls, they always bring up the Chitauri, but the Kree they don't get a whole lot of love anymore, and that's unfortunate, because there's a lot of legs there. Next up, Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat number 17, with Kate Leff and Brittany Williams. Y'all, I'm so sad to see this comic going. They have announced officially that I believe this is the last issue. This is either the last or the second to last issue. And this comic has been a shining light of brightness and happiness over the course of the last, well, how many issues are we in? 17, so year and a half. When everything else Marvel has been so, well, Marvel has kind of stepped out of the grimdark trap, but comics in general have just been so dour and down. Having something that's just irrepressibly fun and lighthearted, it's kind of the same thing that Squirrel Girl has going for it. But, I don't know, for some reason Squirrel Girl has been successful and Patsy Walker is apparently not, because they're canceling it. Yeah. I'm really sad to see it go. I guess it had to happen eventually. Every comic comes to an end. But should have taken longer. Ultimates 2, number 6. I really liked Ultimates 1. Ultimates 2 has been kind of middle of the road for me. As a fan of the changes to Galactus, seeing them potentially going back to Galactus as he was is sort of disappointing. When you've got a character as big as Galactus and you are willing to make that kind of big change to him, that shows guts, and I like guts in comics. Okay, Q36, what you got going for me? Okay, after Ultimates 2 are the 2 X books this week. X-Men Blue, number 2, by Cullen Bunn and Jorge Molina. X-Men Blue is covering the quote-unquote all-new X-Men, the team of the time-displaced Cyclops, Marvel Girl, Angel, Iceman, and Beast. Quick bit of backstory. About a year to 2 years ago, somewhere in there, Beast decided to bring the original X-Men back from the past, from one of their first adventures, to the present day, to show Cyclops the error of his ways. It didn't work. Now they're stuck here.
See? Patience pays off.
The characters have evolved a little bit. They're not just the same as they used to be anymore. Angel went through a cosmic upgrade and now has wings of fire and superpowers other than just flying. And Beast has started to use magic to supplant his scientific knowledge that is now woefully behind. So it's interesting seeing where the characters are coming from and evolving to. I don't want to get into spoilers, but there was a big reveal at the end of issue 1, which is going to have far-reaching consequences for the rest of this comic, which I'm interested to see where that's going. So yeah, really looking forward to getting to read X-Men this week. Are you invincible? Nope. You're dying. And after that is X-Men Gold by Mark Guggenheim and Adrian Siaf. I probably butchered that. I feel really bad. X-Men Gold is the more fan-favorite-y sort of team. They are Colossus and Storm, Nightcrawler, a few others. Oh, crap. Well, great, I started an event. An event I probably can't do alone. Come on, die.
I'm taking way too much damage.
Did I do it? I done did it. X-Men Gold, the first issue wasn't as grabbing as the first issue of X-Men Blue was. I'm still looking forward to reading it, but I'm just not as sure about it. I like the idea of Kitty Pryde leading an X-Men team, but time will tell if it's going to be one I stick with or not. And then, other than the big two, I'm only reading one, I guess you could say, independent comic, although they're kind of a big deal in and of their own right. I'm reading IDW's Optimus Prime number 6. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a massive Transformers fan. Like, huge. Collect the toys, read the comics, begrudgingly watch the movies. So it should come as no surprise that I'm reading Optimus Prime. I'm also reading another Transformers title called Lost Light, although I'm behind on that one because I missed an issue and then haven't picked it back up. One of these weeks I'm just going to grab all the issues I've missed and get back on board with that one. Optimus Prime has been good.
This ain't your business, pal.
Like, it's not great. There's some interesting character stuff going on with RC. I'm liking the less confident, more fallible Optimus that we're seeing, where he doesn't exactly know what he's doing all the time. That's an interesting shift from the common Optimus Prime, which is very much in control, very much Transformers transform and roll out. It is, of the two Transformers books that I'm reading, it is the less interesting. It is more in line with the classic Transformers on Earth dealing with humans storyline.
My reputation is secret.
So yeah, that is what I'm reading this week. Shit. We're gonna let this ride. I'm gonna go until I get to Taskmaster and beat him up, and then we're gonna call it a morning. Trying to think of ways I can vamp. I already talked about my feelings on Secret Empire. It's going to be really hard for me to read Marvel Comics for a couple weeks. So, these Wednesday episodes might get shorter, where I'm just reading DC or I'm just reading a couple of Marvel titles here and there. But I won't know that until they actually come out and we get to see what's tied in with Secret Empire and what's not, because I can't see myself reading anything tied into Secret Empire. I mean, even if it's one of the comics that I adore, like Doctor Strange. I'm just so opposed to what they're doing with the story in that comic.
Never even knew I wanted one of these.
Boots. See the motherfucking boots? Alright. Sweet. I should probably go sell and drop this stuff off.
I stand ready to assist your
Da 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 da. Da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Deposit the rest of this Junktoberfest. I'm gonna leave those. I may want them for a different character.
I think Stark might be a little... I am notorious for a reason.
Okay. Oh, forgot to load my fire ammo. I can't really say one way or the other if I like what DC is doing in like their metaverse, because I don't think I'm reading enough DC Comics to really get what their overarching plot is. I'm only reading a handful of DC Comics at the moment.
It's your business, pal.
I don't know where they're going with this Batman and the Flash with the comedian from Watchmen's Button. I don't know if I want to know where they're going with it. I've long been of the opinion that Watchmen should stand on its own and not be tied into anything else. It doesn't make sense for Watchmen to be tied in with any sort of existing superhero comic. One of the core concepts of Watchmen was that there weren't any superpowers, and then when a superpower showed up, it ruined everything. Wow, that really does no damage. That is unfortunate. Reload my ammo here before I head into the lion's den. Ooh, bad guy. Yeah, my most powerful damage dealing skill is Gamora.
Couple more power surges, and I'll be unstoppable.
57. I might hit 60. Let's get a crowd grenade on these guys. Ignore. Report as spam RMT.
This is a war, man, and that is an acceptable loss. Told you, I'm legendary.
Speaking as far as meta-narratives go, though, I guess I'm liking what I've seen of the meta-narrative in the IDW comics. For those of you who don't know, they recently merged all of IDW's universe, or all of IDW's comics into a cohesive universe. So now the Transformers officially exist in the same universe as G.I. Joe and ROM, Space Knight, and the Micronauts and Mask and all those crazy 80s properties that they picked up. So you're getting things like Thundercracker, the Decepticon Seeker, is a member of G.I. Joe now. Or is it Skywarp? I think it's Skywarp. Black and purple one? Yeah, it's Skywarp. But either way, they've got an alien jet on their team. So that's neat. I haven't read any of the ROM or Micronauts or Mask or anything like that. So I don't know how those are doing. But it seems neat enough in Transformers. If only for name recognition and, oh hey, there are actually consequences to the actions of these few characters here. Taskmaster, where you at, dog?
I thought I saw you. I swear.
I have officially run out of things to talk about. Just trying to get through here to a natural stopping point. Skip.
Just try and run.
Okay, Taskmaster fight. Did they update his character model yet?
All right, looks like class is in session.
Nope. Still the old one. Ah, Kinetic Vortex. I don't like Kinetic Vortex.
My reputation.
Oh, he hits so hard. Get rid of his goons first. Nope. Nope.
They'll never see this coming.
Did that even hit him? Yeah, must have. He got stunned. Alright, Gamora, tank him down.
Not today.
Crap. You ruined my Milano strike.
Take this.
I guess I've learned my lesson.
Alright.
See? Situation's handled. Now we just have to clean up
Flipped.com.
the stragglers.
Alright, is that better? No. Oh my, no.
Couple more power surges, and I'll be unstoppable.
And 60. Fantastic. That couldn't have worked out better if I'd planned it. Alright, thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you in the later times. Bye-bye.